Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over all the last final details that Brian just couldn't resist on the Timmie Cameron truck.
That's right, we're fixing to back this thing out of the shop and show you guys all the stuff. And then we're gonna drive to Louisville.
Now, first we're gonna drive it down to the interstate and back, and then we're gonna drive to Louisville.
What he said. It's a pretty cool video, you guys follow along. All right, there it is.
She is ready to go compete.
Man, this thing's beautiful.
Honestly, this turned out, I know we say this on every build, but it turned out way better than I anticipated.
It's almost like you never anticipate these trucks to be awesome, Tommy.
I don't know, when just someone calls and says, hey, I don't want to see any chrome at all. I feel like my trucker brain is just, I can't comprehend this. I'm like, no, there has to be chrome somewhere, if not everywhere.
Right.
You know, and so, yeah, when someone says, I don't want any chrome, I'm like, oh man, here we go again. And then it's just like, but it turns out awesome. It turned out on the last, blackout build we did. And then this one, it's not even a blackout. It's just, it's like,
It's this cool.
it's
The truck's got, the attitude this truck has is everything. This truck has such a mean attitude to it.
the profile is very menacing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
This is a very intimidating looking vehicle when you're looking at it from the front side here.
And Timmie Cameron has still not got to see this truck in person yet, completed. And he's coming up here tomorrow to drive it to Louisville with all of us because we're taking several trucks to Louisville, and he's gonna get to see it in person for the first time.
I cannot wait to see his face.
I know.
This truck is incredible. This is honestly, I mean, I know, again, we say this every time. This is one of my favorite builds, but I think that just kind of goes with like every builder or every artist. Like my current work is my favorite work,
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
But still, this truck looks insanely cool.
So we got custom tags to go on the front of this dude right here on the bumper. So you see the little white spots. That's where the where the bolts go in. But we just kind of came up with the idea about the tags this morning. So Mark's painting the tags, and we'll put them on before we go to Louisville.
All those last minute details that Brian likes to come up with.
And it's every single time too. Like, we're done with the truck, and then it's like, no, wait, let's do this, and this
wait.
to it also.
You know what else we could accomplish before we pull into the parking lot at Louisville? We could accomplish this.
Yep. So we done the tag thing, but I guess we should just kind of go over everything we've done on the truck. I'll just start on the front end and
So
we'll
what
work our
haven't
way
you
around.
done on the truck? Maybe that would be easier.
What?
What haven't you done on the truck? Like,
what haven't we done?
Yeah,
We've
no.
done something to every part of this truck.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it'd probably be easier to point out the pieces that you've not done something to,
Yeah.
which I think is just like the hood panels, right?
Yeah, more or less.
Because
We even altered the hood on it though.
Because even on top of the grill, the wings are gone
Yeah.
from, you know, the typical, you know, the lady wings that are on the top of it.
So on the front end, we got a 20-inch, 12-gauge bumper, powder coated black by the guys down by Timmie Cameron, Back Cave Customs. They done all the powder coating on the truck. They powder coated the stacks, the bumpers, the wheels, the breather bars, the breather screens, some other stuff. I'm trying to remember what else. They powder coated a lot, but they powder coated the grill on it also.
What about the interior pieces? Was any of that powder coated?
We painted everything. Yeah, we painted all the interior parts. But anyway, so it's 20-inch bumper. It's got the flip kit on it. So you got a flip kit on the bumper. She's a little dusty yet. We did the blackout headlights. I know in the other videos people were like really just all about changing the lights. We always were going to change the lights. We just sort of left that alone. It's kind of fun. They're like some little last minute pieces. Then we did the 12-gauge grill with the TC Racing logo in it. And you can see how those things are all cut out. We kind of did the little, it's kind of supposed to sort of look like bolt heads, which is pretty neat. And then we powder coated the emblems black.
I've been calling it honeycomb this entire time.
Yeah, it is kind of honeycomb, but the idea was it was like bolt heads.
Yeah.
And then up here, so you know this usually has like a big wing on it, and we basically just cut it up and reshaped this dude, put it back on. That way, kind of cleans up the front end of the truck a lot. And we've painted everything on this thing. I mean, literally everything. We added the fender flares on it because we put the little mini floats, the 315s on it. It's 22.5s all the way around. It's got our air dump kit on it. It's a 5.5-inch drop axle, disc brakes. It's the big Cummins engine. Up here we've got the strapless breather kit from 12 gauge. And then Jeff and the guys also made us matching breather screens. And then we ordered the truck with the aero mirrors just for a different look and to make it a little cleaner, and then painted everything to match gray, the visor. I mean, we painted everything. 12 gauge cabin sleeper panels. There's 6-inch panels on it. 12 gauge stainless boxes painted, and then we powder coated, or had the Back Cave powder coat the step plates. It's got a hidden hood latch kit on it. We painted the door handles. And this is actually wrapped. I just wrapped these with vinyl. Painted the tanks, powder coated the tank straps, and then we've got our tank strap brackets, the covers on them painted. And then these are the chrome billet lifetime fuel cap covers. Those are also powder coated black. And then we just painted the def tank black, the cap, and then, you know, gray. Then instead of shift fenders on it, we put T-canes on the back. Those are powder coated black also. And then we done an Iowa Customs deck plate, flush mount all the way through. 12 gauge rear T-bar. And then we built this plate here. So his trailer is actually a gooseneck setup. And his trailer is supposed to be done any day now. But it's the trailer to this is going to be completely matching. And we'll have videos coming back on this truck because when he gets the trailer, he's bringing the truck back over. We got some wiring to do on the trailer.
Yeah.
And then the trailer is going to match the truck. It's gray and black.
So there's a funny story about how overkill this plate is because we were told specific parameters of what the plate was supposed to be. And we built this thing specific to those parameters. And then come to find out that was like 3 times more than what it actually had.
Yeah, what we thought the trailer weight was going to be and what the trailer weight actually is was a little bit different. So then when we were designing this plate, we made her super beefy.
Yep.
And which is good. I mean, it's better to have overkill than not be overkill.
You know, they say overkill is underrated.
But yeah, that dude's pretty cool. And the neat thing about this is we use the factory mounts for the fifth wheel. So if a person ever wanted to put a fifth wheel back on the truck, it is as simple as just taking this plate off and sticking the fifth wheel back on it, which is pretty neat.
Which is a pretty neat design, yeah, because, you know, you always want to think about the second life of a truck. Timmie swears this is never going to leave his possession. This is going to be his truck forever.
Yeah.
But that being said, you always want to think about a secondary life every time you're building a truck.
You never know. You might change your mind. I mean, Timmie might be like, you know what? I'm going to get a different trailer for this and like haul some equipment or something.
Or he wants to, you know, well, yeah, like you said, he might, you know, want to haul some equipment with this. Or he gets into another form of racing and decides he needs a different truck with a larger sleeper or something like that. I mean, plans,
or a bigger trailer.
Hey,
you just never know.
Plans change all the time,
yeah.
Right? So.
The shock box cover is super cool. So 12 gauge made that for us too. It's got his logo in there. And then it lights up green, which we're gonna take the truck inside the shop here in a minute and show you the light setup on it because it's pretty impressive. It's got green underglow all the way around too. Walk around the other side of the truck here. We've done so much. I'm making this video. We're gonna try to make a video in like 25 minutes and go over everything. And I feel like we might miss stuff, but
no, we're definitely gonna miss stuff.
You know, we're getting pretty close with all of it. And then up here in the interior, so inside, we done all the wood grain in
like that's like a matte black.
It's a matte black, and then done the emblems in gray. And then we done our panels, which have the similar design as our breather screens in the grill, and did those in the headlights. And then we got these. We're gonna drive it down the road, so we'll show you more of the interior when we go for a test drive, because we still need to drive this thing today.
Yeah, make sure nothing shakes.
Tinted that window. And then, you know, Dynaflex stacks, 8-inch stacks, and powder coated black. I mean, it's kind of the truck in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
It's super mean looking.
No, it looks incredibly mean. It's got the a very menacing look to it from the front side of it, and yeah, honestly, I'm super excited about getting this thing on the road.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of bummed whenever Timmie signed up and said he was definitely coming to Louisville, because then that means I don't get to drive it to Louisville.
You wanted to drive it?
I was really, really excited about that.
Well, we'll open the door, pull it in the shop real quick. Let's show you guys the lights on this dude, and then we'll go take it down the road. All right, so here it is inside. It's not completely dark, but you get the idea.
Well, I mean, if it was completely dark, then you wouldn't be able to appreciate how bright these lights are.
It's true.
These lights are super bright, and Firewire, they obviously kill it with these underglow kits.
Which we'll have for sale on the website as soon as we get back from Louisville. We have entire kits now with all the lights, all the mounting, all the wiring, everything you need to do just how this truck is done.
Yeah. And speaking of all the wiring for Firewire light kits is next level. It's all water sealed, like screw on push connector kind of things. And it's highly, highly, highly recommended to go that route if you're gonna do an underglow kit.
So if anybody's wondering why the green underglow on this dude, it is because Timmie's racing setup with his cars and all that is black and green. And so that's what the green lights are all about. But this shock box turned out freaking awesome when it's lit up. I love it. And then, I mean, just the whole thing in general. It's a freaking good looking truck.
I'm ready to drive it.
You ready to drive it?
I really want to take this thing down the road. Man, I bet if we drove this to the Pilot and back and just drove it through the parking lot, we wouldn't get 30 feet without somebody stopping us and being like, hey, I got to look at this thing.
I know, right? You're probably not wrong. Well, we're gonna fill all these trucks up tomorrow, so that'll be pretty good. Filling 3 of these dudes up at the truck stop.
Taking them to a truck stop.
Yep.
I could make my bets on which one's going to get the most attention.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Dude, this thing's awesome. All right, well, let's just back it out and go take it down the road, make sure everything is ready to rock and roll. Because we ain't got no time to mess with anything else.
No. And luckily, there's a Bluetooth shifter in here, so.
Nice. All right, let's go. All right, so going down the road here, we just pulled out of the shop. You can see the interior in here a little better now. All the black and gray. Turned out awesome.
It does look really good. Like it's the little details in here that kind of mean the most. Like all the tiny little Peterbilt logos being that same shade of gray as the outside of the truck.
Even did the one in the steering wheel there.
Yep.
So this is a 58-inch sleeper, and I don't know if on the channel we've ever really looked at a 58-inch sleeper before, but a little bit bigger than like your 48 or what would be a 36, however you want to go about it. But you got some little storage space back here. Pretty nice setup. I talked to Timmie about it. We may do this when he brings it back for the trailer. We may take the bed out of this thing and actually put a set of seats back here, like a bench seat in it.
Yeah.
So that might be happening.
That'd be kind of neat.
I mean, he has no plans to ever sleep in it.
Yeah, we've never really done anything like that with a sleeper before, so it'd be neat to do something different.
Yep. Now, when I drove this truck up here, Tommy, it rides surprisingly just super smooth. I thought for a little while that the 315s in the front of this truck would make it kind of drive weird.
Yeah.
It drives awesome.
Yeah, it tracks the same as any other truck that I've drove so far. So, I mean, if you would have just put me in here and not told me the floats were on here, I don't know that I would have even known the difference. But they are the mini floats, so that does make a difference. It's not the big, wide mega floats.
Try pulling the handle over there.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Nothing happens when you pull that handle, bro.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Huh.
Nothing happens.
So we didn't put train horns on it because Timmie's got a set of K5s.
Yeah.
And he's going to put them on when he gets home. Which I was kind of hoping we put the K5s on it just because they're loud.
They're super loud.
So we're running 70 and this thing is as smooth as glass going down the road.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the smoother driving trucks that I've ever been in.
So we did a spec on this truck. We did it with rubber floors throughout because, again, Timmie does a lot of off-road racing and dirt racing and racetracks and getting in and out of here. The rubber floor just made the most sense, and that's what we went with. Black leather seats, obviously, in it. Pretty well loaded out inside and out on this truck. I don't know what stuff to really cover, Tommy. I mean, it's got all the bells and whistles.
So I just cover the drive more than anything.
Yeah.
It's weird looking at the hood and not seeing a little wing.
This is legit one of the smoothest riding trucks we've done.
So what engine did he put in this? Is this a 600 horsepower engine?
Yep, 605, 2050 torque, automated, 18 speed.
I'm thinking this might be the first 600 horsepower with an automatic I've ever drove.
You drove the North Sea Gray dump truck.
The dump truck?
It was a 605 with an 18. It was same combo.
I knew it had an automated 18 in it. I just didn't know if that one was also 605 horsepower.
It was. It was literally kind of almost the same. Well, it was the exact same engine trans combo.
So this color here, is this also North Sea Gray?
Mm-hmm.
So
he texted me yesterday when he seen pictures of this thing, and he's like, man, it makes me think of my dump truck when I see this. I really love the way these dash panels turned out, though.
No, it looks super cool. I like that you didn't go with like those like thinner style gauge covers. Just because everything on this truck is very meaty, so like having a big meaty like gauge cover, it makes perfect sense.
I think this is going to get a lot of good attention when we get to Louisville too.
I think it's going to get a lot of good attention everywhere.
Yeah, it will.
All right, guys, that's it for this video. Let us know what you think. Are you going to be in Louisville? Are you going to come and visit us? We are going to be in Dynaflex's booth for 2 days. I think the current plan is 1 p.m. on Friday and 1 p.m. on Saturday. So if you guys are at Mid-America Truck Show and you want to come and meet me and Brian, we're going to be there. That'll be the easiest way to run us down as far as getting to meet us, hanging out with us for a little bit, versus trying to like run around and find us at the show. That'll be the one place we know we're going to be at. We're going to be in Dynaflex's booth at 1 p.m. on Friday and Saturday.
Yep. And tell us what you think about the truck. I mean, we got it all done, and I love it. It's a cool truck.
I think it looks super cool. I'm really excited to see how it does in the first time show class. This is our first time ever showing in that class.
Yep.
It's really, I mean, it's Timmie Cameron showing the truck, so
I think it'll do well.
I think it's going to do well. In that class, it should do okay.
And this truck, I think also he's planning on being at our truck show in August.
Yes.
So if you want to see this truck in person and come to our show August 4th and 5th in Crossville, Tennessee, you'll be able to check that thing out too.
Yep, that truck show is being held right over there. As you guys can see, the interstate's right behind it. We're right off exit 311, Crossville, Tennessee, August 4th and 5th. That is going to be a really fun show. If you're not pre-registered for it yet, I recommend you log into the website, semicasualshow.com. There is a link on there where you can pre-register your truck. There is quite a few pre-registrations coming in, and also that really helps me and Brian kind of pre-plan for what trucks are going to be there and try to make sure everybody gets a good layout and a good parking spot.
Yep, absolutely. Other than that, you guys got to do the stuff.
You got to do the things. You have to like, you got to subscribe, you got to follow us on Instagram.
At Semi Casual Show.
And then we'll see you next time.
Later.